Hillsborough County, located in Florida, is prone to hurricanes and severe storms, making it crucial for residents to be prepared in case of an emergency. One of the most important aspects of hurricane preparedness is understanding evacuation zones, which determine who needs to evacuate and when. These zones are based on the risk of storm surge, not necessarily the wind speed of the storm. Understanding Hillsborough County evacuation zones. Hillsborough County's evacuation zones are labeled A through E, with Zone A being the most at risk of storm surge and flooding, and Zone E being the least vulnerable. Each zone corresponds to a specific level of risk based on elevation, proximity to water, and historical storm surge data. Here's a breakdown of the zones. Zone A, areas closest to the coast or waterways, including Tampa Bay. Residents here are the first to be evacuated in the event of a hurricane, as these areas are most vulnerable to storm surge. Zone B, slightly farther inland, but still at high risk of flooding and surge. Evacuation orders for this zone typically follow Zone A. Zone C, areas with a moderate risk of storm surge. Evacuations may be ordered here for Category 3 or higher hurricanes. Zone D, lower risk than Zones A through C, but still susceptible to flooding in major storms. Evacuations are less likely, but still possible for very strong hurricanes. Zone E, the least vulnerable zone, located farthest from the coast. While evacuation orders here are rare, they may still be issued for extremely powerful storms. How to find your evacuation zone. Residents can easily find their evacuation zone by visiting the official Hillsborough County website or using the county's Hurricane Evacuation Assessment tool. Simply enter your address and the tool will show which evacuation zone you're in and provide relevant emergency preparedness information. When are evacuation orders issued? Evacuation orders are typically issued when a storm is approaching and there is a significant threat of storm surge and flooding. Hillsborough County officials work closely with weather agencies to monitor storms and issue timely evacuation orders based on predicted impacts. It's important to note that evacuation zones are different from flood zones, which are used for insurance purposes. Even if your home is in a low flood risk area, you could still be in a high-risk evacuation zone. What to do during an evacuation? When an evacuation order is issued for your zone, it's essential to follow these steps. Leave early. Don't wait until the last minute to evacuate. Leaving early ensures you avoid traffic congestion and gives you more time to reach your destination safely. Have a plan. Know where you'll go and how you'll get there. Whether it's a shelter, a friend's house, or a hotel, have a clear destination in mind. Bring essentials. Pack important documents, medications, food, water, clothing, and any necessary supplies for pets. Stay informed. Keep up to date with local news, weather reports, and emergency alerts to know when it's safe to return. Shelter options. Hillsborough County provides several shelters that open during a hurricane. Special needs shelters are also available for those requiring medical assistance. If you plan to use a shelter, remember that not all shelters are pet-friendly, so be sure to confirm the details ahead of time. Conclusion. Understanding your evacuation zone in Hillsborough County is crucial to staying safe during hurricane season. By knowing your zone, staying informed about potential evacuation orders, and having a solid plan in place, you can protect yourself and your family when severe weather strikes.